Rosie Napravnik will remount. They'll lead her back in. The 9-horse already in line now. Just waiting on Vale of Tears. Now we're about set. And they're off. And Vale of Tears breaks well. Havre de Grace broke slowly toward the inside. Paisanita toward the outside will challenge for that lead. It's a Giant Causeway is there between horses. Then comes Pleasant Fever, and the slow starter was your favorite, Havre de Grace. Into that first turn, Paisanita toward the outside is going to engage the leader, and now Paisanita to the front. Vale of Tears will settle off that one now in second. 2 lengths to It's a Giant Causeway. Havre de Grace is tugging at the bit on the inside, wanting to go. Moving up on the inside of horses, and Pleasant Fever is your trailer. Opening quarter, eventful 23-4, and on the front end, it's Paisanita by a length. Vale of Tears toward the outside, Havre de Grace. Pleasant Fever is going to make an early 3-wide move quickly, going after those leaders. Here comes Pleasant Fever, joined by It's a Giant's Causeway. Only 5 in the field, but lots happened so far in the first half mile, but it's still Paisanita in front by a neck. Pleasant Fever challenging on the outside. Length further back to Vale of Tears. Havre de Grace once again moves up on the inside, but still nowhere to go. And the trailer, It's a Giant Causeway. Only about 2.5 lengths separates this field after a half, and 48-2. Into the turn they go. Pleasant Fever on the inside. Havre de Grace has slipped right on through, and Havre de Grace now to the front. Pleasant Fever right alongside the stablemate. Then a gap of 2 to It's a Giant Causeway. Vale of Tears and Paisanita is dropping out of it. Quarter to go. Havre de Grace and Pleasant Fever side by side. Now it's 4 lengths to Vale of Tears, followed by It's a Giant Causeway as they turn for home. The 6 and 114. They've been probably working together in the morning, so they're used to each other's company. And on the inside, it's Havre de Grace. The jockey looks back. Jeremy Rose in control. He appears to be on Havre de Grace, who's just coasting on home. Pleasant Fever's second best. It's Havre de Grace. Nice performance for this good-looking 2-year-old filly. Really not even asked the final quarter of a mile. Pleasant Fever getting second. It's a Giant Causeway third. Judges outpost to the 1, Havre de Grace first. The 5, Pleasant Fever getting second. 8, It's a Giant Causeway third. 3, Vale of Tears fourth. Time for the mile in 71:45 and 1. We're about set. And they're off in the grade 2. Delaware Oaks. Calypso Queen got away a bit awkwardly. Down to the inside, Derwin Star going to use her speed in the early going, and she'll lead the field into the turn. Louse up on the outside. Havre de Grace is going to try to challenge in the early going. No Such Word is eager on the inside to move up there, and she does so. Followed by In Between Horses. That's Worship the Moon. Caught wide around the bend is Listen In. Calypso Queen saving ground, and Blind Luck, well, she likes to come from behind. She'll have to do it again today. She's at the back of the pack. It's Derwin Star showing the way. Havre de Grace on the outside. No Such Word is right there toward the rail. Opening quarter in a decent 23-4. Up on the outside, it's Worship the Moon racing in fourth. Listen In caught 3 wide around the bend and down the backstretch. Then Calypso Queen and Blind Luck. She has about 8 lengths to make up as they move down the Delaware backstretch. On the front end, it's Derwin Star. She's going nicely on the front end by a length and a half over Havre de Grace and No Such Word, who are side by side. Then a gap of about 3.5 lengths further back to Worship the Moon. Listen In. Calypso Queen and Blind Luck. She still has about 7 or 8 to make up. She's trying to advance now up on the outside. Half in 48 seconds flat. Comfortable fractions there as they make their way into the turn. Derwin Star still leads it. Up on the outside, Havre de Grace is a clear second now. No Such Word. Up on the outside, Blind Luck begins a 3-wide bid, and she's picking off horses down toward the inside, dropping back Worship the Moon. They've got just over a quarter to go, and Derwin Star still to catch, and she's still going strong. They've gone the 6 and 1, 12 and 2, top of the stretch. Derwin Star's trying to steal this one. Up on the outside, Havre de Grace. Blind Luck is kicking in on the far outside. Here comes her patented run. Furlong to go. Derwin Star digging in. Between horses, Havre de Grace, Blind Luck on the outside. She's rallying as she always does. Here comes Blind Luck to take on Havre de Grace and Derwin Star. It's going to be a three-way thriller. Can she get up? Blind Luck, Havre de Grace in a head bob. Havre de Grace and Blind Luck. That could go either way, right to the finish.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Alabama. Acting Happy breaks well. Devil May Care is also right there, followed by 'Tis a Hit. Connie and Michael was off a beat slowly, but is right up there with the Vanguard. Over to the inside, Havre de Grace and Blind Luck at the back. So they make their way for the clubhouse turn here. Acting Happy a couple paths off the rail. 'Tis a Hit right alongside. Connie and Michael wide into that turn. And then the Devil May Care, Johnny Velasquez has her covered up and in behind horses. She's riding comfortably early on.
Bonnie Blue Flag comes out of there. Absent-minded right there on her inside. And those two side by side as they head to the first turn. On the outside of the top here is Havre de Grace. She now comes on to be a close third, followed by Awesome Maria. And settling in at the back is stretch running Blind Luck. Blind Luck is about 5 lengths off the two front runners as they make their way midway around that first turn. 23 and 4 for the opening quarter. And Bonnie Blue Flag goes to the backstretch leading it by a neck. Absent-minded right there on the inside. She's running second as Havre de Grace gets a good trip on the outside. Something amiss there briefly with Absent-minded. She seemed to take a bad step and she dropped back just a bit. Just less than 5 furlongs to go. Bonnie Blue Flag is bounding along a length and a half. Havre de Grace now running second by a neck. Absent-minded. Back on her stride. She's on the inside third by 2.5. Awesome Maria fourth. Awesome Maria is about 3 lengths back, and then it's Blind Luck. Blind Luck has almost 6 lengths to make up as they head to the 3/8 pole. The time for the half was 47 and 1, and they now round the far turn. Havre de Grace revving up to take a shot at Bonnie Blue Flag. Bonnie Blue Flag just to neck. Havre de Grace moving alongside second. Blind Luck is yet to hit her best stride. Blind Luck is still about 5 back, but now beginning to roll as they approach the top of the stretch. Blind Luck is making a bid between horses. Havre de Grace comes to the final furlong with a 3.5 length lead. Blind Luck is going to try to reel her in. Havre de Grace has the lead. She's still clear in mid-stretch. Blind Luck is making her run on the outside, and now Blind Luck is flying. Here comes Blind Luck. Havre de Grace, Blind Luck, they're going to be photoing again. Havre de Grace has done it. Havre de Grace holds on and wins it by a head over Blind Luck. Awesome Maria was third. Judges will take a look at a win photograph before posting the...
And away they go in the Ladies Classic to an absolutely perfect start, but then Life at 10, no interest, and Life at 10 has dropped far back early. Quickest into stride on the inside, we have Malibu Prayer up alongside of that comes Acting Happy and Coma on the outside. Those three keep the pressure on one another. Just in behind that comes Unrivaled Bell. Unrivaled Bell settling down in the 4th position now. Milwaukee Appeal scrapes the paint 3 lengths off these leaders. In behind that comes It's Tea Time. Havre de Grace is racing back in 7th, 5 lengths off that leader. It's another 3 back to Persistently seeking the title. And Blind Luck at the back of the pack is a good 10 lengths off these leaders. And just showing no interest at this stage. A long, long way last is Life at 10. They go on down the backstretch towards the 5/8 now. And it is Malibu Prayer setting a good pace. Malibu Prayer a length and a half to Acting Happy. A Coma is in 3rd. Milwaukee Appeal down at the rail. Unrivaled Bell being patiently ridden from the 5th spot. Then It's Tea Time. Havre de Grace is now 7 lengths off the leaders. Then comes Persistently. Racing on the inside of Persistently now we have Blind Luck who's starting to roll from behind. Blind Luck still 8 off them, those seeking the title inside of her. They are coming to the quarter pole in the Ladies Classic, and Unrivaled Bell now goes up to strike to front. And Kent DeSorbo and Unrivaled Bell telling them you're going to have to come and catch me to win it. Here comes Havre de Grace. Havre de Grace running a huge one in the centre. A Coma along the inside, and here's Blind Luck. And Blind Luck is coming like an express train on the outside. Unrivaled Bell digs deep, finds more. Blind Luck is closing the gap with each and every stride. Havre de Grace in there as well. But it's Unrivaled Bell coming home to score. And it is going to be Unrivaled Bell and Kent
And they're off in the Azeri. Absinthe-minded shows speed, but down the middle there goes Shotgun Gulch into the rail title pool. Havre de Grace takes over in fourth, followed by Kimberlily. Then it's Spacey Tracy and Blind Luck as they head on to the first turn. Taking command early on here, it's Absinthe-minded and Calvin Brell. They've got a 2-length lead going here right now. In the middle of the track, Shotgun Gulch is right there. Along the inside is Tidal Pool. Havre de Grace is fourth, about 4 lengths off the lead. Next is Kimberlily, followed by Spacey Tracy. Blind Luck is about 10 lengths off of it as they go down the back stretch. The opening quarter, 23-3. Absinthe-minded continues to show the way. Shotgun Gulch second. Havre de Grace moves up to the outside of Tidal Pool. After that is Kimberlily, followed by Spacey Tracy, and after a half, Blind Luck still is 10 lengths off the pace in 47-2. Absinthe-minded continues to show the way. Thunder Gulch is still second. Havre de Grace moving up on the outside in third. Along the inside, that is Tidal Pool, followed by Spacey Tracy, who's also on the move. Midway on the final turn, the leader is Absinthe-minded. Havre de Grace running second. Spacey Tracy moves up to the outside after 3 quarters, 1:11-2. And here they come into the stretch of the silver anniversary edition of the Azeri. And now moving to the lead is Havre de Grace. To her inside is Absinthe-minded. And down the middle of the track, here comes Blind Luck coming to see her old friend. Havre de Grace leads it. Blind Luck digs in with Garrett Gomez on the outside. It's Havre de Grace leading the way, and Havre de Grace is going to win the Azeri. The final margin will be about 3 lengths. Blind Luck settles for second. Absinthe-minded was third, followed by Tidal Pool, Thunder Gulch, Kimberlily, and Spacey Tracy.
Switch moves in. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Apple Blossom Handicap. Absinthe-minded shows her speed immediately. There goes Switch and Bell Watling up on the outside. Havre de Grace is right there, and Garrett Gomez takes a good hold of Mismatch as they go for the turn. It's Absinthe-minded and Bell Watling are going to battle for the early lead. Switch is 3 wide in third. Havre de Grace right there fourth. It's already 2 lengths or 2.5 back to Mismatch as they go around the first turn. They get the opening quarter in 23 4/5 seconds, and Absinthe-minded and Terry Thompson leads it just over a length. Bell Watling second. Switch is settled to her outside in third. It's another 2 lengths back to Havre de Grace and Mismatch as they continue down the back stretch. Absinthe-minded leads the way now. Switch moves up in second. Havre de Grace and Ramon Dominguez not going to wait. Move up outside of Bell Watling, third and fourth. Mismatch is still at the back of the pack after half in 47-4. This is not a fast pace in this race. Absinthe-minded having some things her way right now. Switch is still second, a length and a half off the lead. It's 2 lengths back to Havre de Grace, followed by Bell Watling, and Mismatch is still at the back of the pack. She's about 8 or 9 lengths off the lead as they move on the final turn. The leader, Absinthe-minded. Now here comes Switch after her. It's still 2.5 lengths back to Havre de Grace. They're going to get past the 3 quarters in 1:11-4. And here they come into the stretch of the Apple Blossom Handicap. Joel Rosario sends Switch up to the outside of Absinthe-minded. And the two of them are heads apart for the lead. Havre de Grace under the whip is third, another 2 lengths back. It's about 5 lengths further back to Mismatch. Switch leads it, and now here comes Havre de Grace, picking him up, laying him down on the outside. Havre de Grace trying to run her way to a championship, and she's going to get it done in the Apple Blossom. Havre de Grace, with the greatest win of her career, wins the Apple Blossom by 3 quarters over Switch. Absinthe-minded was third. Mismatch finished fourth, and Bell Watling was fifth.
And we're about set for a start. They're ready. And they're off in the Delaware Handicap. Good start for them all. Thunder and Amelia breaks well, goes for that lead. Life at 10 toward the inside is going to challenge as they come off that chute. Havre de Grace settles nicely in third, followed by Love's Blush. And as you expected, Blind Lucky is your trailer on the far outside, looking to try and tuck in there as they make their way down the home stretch the first time. Life at 10, David Cohen takes a peek over his shoulder, wants to try to control things on the front end, but Thunder and Amelia is a bit headstrong, will challenge for that lead, passing the finish line the first time. Opening quarter in a solid 23-3. Thunder and Amelia toward the outside, leads it by a half a length. Havre de Grace full of run in the early going. Dominguez has to angle that one to the outside of horses. She was full of run and had to actually go to the outside for clear sailing of Woodward, running up on the heels of the leaders. Then a gap of 4 lengths further back to Blind Luck, who actually has a horse beaten at this stage, which is rare, and that is Love's Blush. They make their way around the clubhouse turn, half in 47 and 1/6 furlongs to go. And now Life at 10 on the front end by 2 lengths over Thunder and Amelia. Havre de Grace settles in nicely now in third. Then a gap of about 6 lengths further back to Blind Luck. Garrett Gomez doesn't want to drop too far behind, and Love's Blush is your trailer. As they move down the Delaware backstretch, it's Life at 10, the defending champ by 3 parts over Thunder and Amelia. Havre de Grace still going easily up on the outside. Dominguez edging a bit closer. 4 lengths further back to Blind Luck, and Love's Blush the trailer. They went the 6 and 1, 12 and 2. They've got a half mile to go. Life at 10 on the front end, saying, catch me if you can. Up on the outside, here comes Havre de Grace, and she's set to challenge now. Dropping back Thunder and Amelia, Blind Luck is beginning to make her run. Then a gap of 4 to Love's Blush, and now Havre de Grace and Dominguez easing to the front. And here comes Blind Luck up on the outside, charging in the second, and the rivalry continues. Havre de Grace and Blind Luck as they head for home. Havre de Grace is all out. Blind Luck is making a patented run, and these two fantastic fillies are going at it once again. Blind Luck on the outside. Havre de Grace is battling gamely on the inside. What a great pair of fillies. Havre de Grace, Blind Luck, right to the winner, just like the Oaks last year. Who's going to get the nod? Oh, maybe Blind Luck did it again. Havre de Grace, what a great pair of fillies and a great race.
They're in the gate. And they're off into the third, and right to the lead goes Rule. Rule bounces right out of there to quickly establish the lead. Convocation forwardly placed early. Havre de Grace is right up there, too. Mambo Meister 4 wide into the turn. Mission Impossible in behind Rule and down toward the rail. The 3 at the back will be Icebox Flat Out. And Giant Oak was off to a slow start. So it's Rule, the pacemaker here as they round the clubhouse turn. Mission Impossible runs along in second, followed by Convocation third. And Havre de Grace, the filly, is fourth after a quarter that goes in 23 and 4/5 seconds. Field moves down the backstretch. Rule out there, uncontested, sitting back is Mission Impossible running along in second. Havre de Grace is right there, third on the outside now. Then Convocation as Rule starts to slow down this pace on the backstretch run. The half was up in 48 seconds flat. Down the backstretch here with 4.5 furlongs remaining. It is still Rule, Mission Impossible, 1-2. The outside, Havre de Grace poised in third with the half mile to go now. She's asked for a run as they enter the far turn. Down inside its Convocation. Giant Oak is 4.5 lengths from the lead. Flat Out is right next to him, and Flat Out starting to pick it up. Here he comes now. He was fifth a moment ago as they round the far turn. Rule in front. Havre de Grace coming to Rule as they approach the top of the stretch. Then Flat Out there on the outside. Mission Impossible in behind them. Giant Oak 4 lengths from the lead, and the field turns for home. It is still Rule holding on. Havre de Grace is full out, and those two in a battle as they enter the final furlong now. In behind them, Flat Out is third, and the filly is in front. It is Havre de Grace. Flat Out with the final try coming down to the finish, and it will be Havre de Grace. In the spirit of Rachel Alexandra, winning the Woodward here by a length over Flat. In the gate, and they are off in the Beldame. And off to the lead goes Life at 10 down inside, and bankers by. Right next to her, Havre de Grace has come out running third. And Royal Delta taken well in hand to run back in fourth, and it's 4 lengths back to Satan's Quick Chick. So the blinkered Life at 10, as planned, has gone on to open up a lead here. Life at 10 in front by 5 after an opening quarter in 23 and 2/5 seconds. And now Johnny Velasquez throws out the anchor at Life at 10, and here come the others after. Royal Delta. Royal Delta right there with Life at 10, and Havre de Grace on the outside. Bankers by back in fourth, and it's a long way back to Satan's Quick Chick. So Life at 10's now given a bit more rain. The opening half mile was 46 3/5 seconds. Life at 10 in front by 5 earlier. They caught her. Now she opens up a 2.5 length lead. And the heavy favorite, Havre de Grace, edges up to be second now with a half mile remaining. Royal Delta third toward the inside. Long way back to the other two. Around the far turn. Life at 10 still in front. 3 furlongs remaining. Ran 3/4 in 10 3. Havre de Grace now about to make her move as they come to the top of the stretch. Royal Delta's just in behind them. Satan's Quick Chick has moved to fourth. Bankers by dropped out of it. They turn for home, and it's Havre de Grace in front. Havre de Grace comes off the turn. Nothing left for Life at 10. And the 3-year-old filly, Royal Delta, now moves to second. 1 furlong to go, and a great one to catch. Havre de Grace clear by 5. Then Royal Delta second. Ramon Dominguez eases up on Havre de Grace. She wins with something left. Something left for the Breeders' Cup. Royal Delta, a clearly beaten second. Satan's Quick Chick was third. And the big favorite.
Suburban earlier this summer, both those races at Belmont Park. There was some question about whether maybe Belmont was his favorite track, but he's been training exceptionally well here at Churchill Downs, and that's put an end to some of those thoughts.
And the 3 is Drosselmeyer. The name comes from the Nutcracker. He was the long shot winner of the 2010 Belmont Stakes, but since that Triple Crown season, he's been searching for his groove. May have found it a bit in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. He ran second there. Mike Smith was on Zenyatta a year ago in this post parade, and he returns for a seat on Drosselmeyer.
Number 4, Ruler on Ice. That's Garrett Gomez in the pink silks of George and Laurie Hall. This horse won the Belmont Stakes in June at odds of 24 3/4 to 1. Right now, 16 to 1. The price on Ruler on Ice.
The 5 is So You Think. First time on dirt, New Zealand bred, who Nick Luck told us was the it horse in Australia. Then he made his way to Europe. Now he takes a shot here in the U.S. debut in the Classic.
Number 6, Icebox, was second here at Churchill Downs at 1.25 miles in the Kentucky Derby of 2010. Some thought he should have won that race. He was unlucky to lose. He hasn't been back to Churchill Downs since then, but now he returns coming off 6th and 7th place finishes. Come on, man.
Rattlesnake Bridge, gray colt trained by Karen McLaughlin, and 3-time Derby winner Calvin Burrell has the mount on Rattlesnake Bridge.
There's your look at Chantel Sutherland aboard Game On Dude, the expected pace setter. Bob Baffert says the way he explains it with his front runners, it's like a pitcher that throws 100 miles an hour. If you ask him to throw a curveball, they may throw it in the grandstand. This horse has one way to go, and that's to the lead.
Stay Thirsty is the 9. He loved his summer up at Saratoga. He took both the Jim Dandy and the Travers at the spot. Todd Pletcher looking for a win here in the Classic. Javier Castellano did that back in 2004 on Go Zapper.
Number 10, Havre de Grace. The mare Zenyatta won the Classic in 2009. She just failed in 2010. Could a filly, this 4-year-old filly, now make it Ladies' Day again here at Churchill Downs?
Well, we've had some big long shots so far in this Breeders' Cup, and here's one. The 11 is Headache. Ken and Sarah Ramsey own Headache. He's trying to be a headache for those going after the favorites. He has 3 wins in his last 4 starts, but the one time he stepped up was a 5th in the Whitney.
Number 12, Uncle Mo, may be the most brilliant horse in the race, but can he handle a fast-paced 1.25 miles? And can he do it when his preparation has been compromised by that liver disease that he had earlier this year? Those are the big questions, but right now he is at 5 to 1 on the board, third choice.
And there is To Honor and Serve. The 13 won the Pennsylvania Derby by 2 1/4 lengths. Was a thought to be Derby horse in May before an injury shelved him. Owned by Charlotte Weber, trained by Bill Mott, and ridden by Jose Lescano. The lights are on.
Here comes To Honor and Serve to the outside gate. He goes in. Gates closed. They're all set. There's the roar from the crowd. They're on their way in the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. Game On Dude got a flyer. But on the outside, Uncle Mo's right up alongside. So Game On Dude and Uncle Mo go on to lead them early on the extreme outside. To Honor and Serve is right there. Stay Thirsty's tucking in right behind him. So You Think got a beautiful spot down on the inside. He's keen to go on. He's pulling hard as So You Think. 1.5 lengths off the leaders. Then we come back to Headache. Now here's Havre de Grace. Havre de Grace is racing back in 7th, but only 4 lengths off the leaders. The pace very honest early. Then we drop back to Flat Out, who's racing at the back of the leading group. Another gap of 4 back to Drosselmeyer, Ruler on Ice, and Icebox. The last 2, they're 11 off the leaders. On to the backstretch they go in the Classic, and Game On Dude at a strong pace. In the second position is Uncle Mo. And on the inside we have So You Think, a close-up third. The far side to Honor and Serve is in 4th. Stay Thirsty 5th, only 4 lengths off the leaders. Then Havre de Grace, Headache alongside of her. Flat Out is racing back in the 8th spot, 7 off the leaders. Then Drosselmeyer, Ruler on Ice behind that. And last by a long, long way is Rattlesnake Bridge. Rattlesnake Bridge is last. Into the turn they go. Game On Dude taken on by Uncle Mo. Uncle Mo goes looking for the lead to Honor and Serve, makes it 3 in a line. Game On Dude battles back at the rail. Uncle Mo's right there. On the far side to Honor and Serve. So You Think crying out for room. So You Think could be dangerous. Can he get through? He's in the 4th spot. Havre de Grace making her run on the outside. Homeward bound in the Classic. Game On Dude. So You Think gets a run on the inside. Uncle Mo's right there to Honor and Serve in the red cap on the outside. Stay Thirsty. Havre de Grace tries to get involved late, but Game On Dude is just battling them all off. Game On Dude has the lead. Here's Drosselmeyer out of the clouds. Drosselmeyer from nowhere. And Drosselmeyer and Mike Smith have beaten Chantel Sutherland on Game On Dude. Ruler on Ice finishes 3rd. And Havre de Grace was 4th. What a finish to the Classic. It looked like Game On Dude have it. But Mike Smith had other ideas. And Drosselmeyer, like a ghost on the outside in those white colours, caught Game On Dude close home. Drosselmeyer wins.
There's one major storyline we didn't touch on, and you can't believe it. Mike Smith just defeated his ex-girlfriend, Chantel Sutherland. Unbelievable. Mike Smith, a year after being beaten at the wire on the Great Zenyatta, pulls off a major upset with Drosselmeyer in the Classic.
And only one win for Drosselmeyer since Mike Smith won that Belmont. And I tell you, this horse is like a bicycle. You quit riding, he quits running. Mike Smith has to be one of the fittest jockeys in America, and this horse needs every bit of his strength. Great ride.
Look at Mike Smith. In September, trainer Bill.
The second. Sterling Madam takes the field into the far turn. Sterling Madam and Juanita. 3 furlongs to go. But looming, Havre de Grace, and there she goes now. Midpoint on the turn. And Havre de Grace has now come to the forefront at the quarter pole. And Juanita looking to battle the horse of the year. Havre de Grace wide at the quarter pole, looming in front of Juanita. Then Sterling Madam, District 11, Annabelle Lee. Havre de Grace in charge now into this final Fairgrounds furlong. Havre de Grace pulls away by 3. Juanita second. And then further back Sterling Madam. Havre de Grace in a league of her own with a win of championship class. Havre de Grace wins in style. Juanita second, Sterling Madam, District 11, Annabelle Lee. Havre de Grace in 1,